Welcome to the library, oftentimes a place for study and knowledge. But today, it's going to be a workout facility and a gym. I'll tell you what I mean.
So the norm that I wanted to violate was that you come to the library to work and to do homework and to learn. And this really acts as a social rule because it often means when you come to the library, you have to be productive, you have to be quiet especially, and you can't be a distraction to others because just like yourself, you're here to learn, you're here to be productive, you're here to get stuff done. So I thought, well, how can I break this social norm? And it thought to me, what if I took a social norm from somewhere else, like the gym, and brought it to the library? Well, at the gym, all you're focusing on is doing what you can, focusing on yourself, getting the best lift possible. So I decided that I would come to the library, I would pull up an instructional video on my phone, something to tell you how to work out, how to do the jumping jacks, the push-ups, all that type of stuff. And I would just start working out in the middle of the library. So that's exactly what I did. I went down to the ground floor of the library, pulled up the video, started working out, and then I observed other people's reactions, and that's what I did. So as far as the physical setting of the experiment, I did the experiment twice. The first time that I did it, it was in the stretch of hallway right here. It wasn't very open, but there was a lot of people sitting next to me on their computers, and I was able to see their reactions. The second time I did the experiment, I did it right behind me, right outside of Pete's Coffee. It was a lot more open than the first time I did the experiment, which meant I got to see a lot more people's reactions than I was the first time. So both times that I did the experiment, I did it on a Saturday afternoon, and I was really surprised because the library was pretty full, especially on this ground floor. There was probably about almost 100 people just on this one floor alone. And then additionally, the types of people that were here, it was a Saturday afternoon, so everyone was trying to get their homework done before Saturday night. So obviously the people that were here, they came to study, they came to be productive, and they came to get their work done. So what I found when I did my experiment is that others often stared at me, they gave me weird looks. Oftentimes a lot of people laughed at me and they took out their phones, took pictures and videos of me to show their friends, I guess. So that made me feel really uncomfortable. Basically, the entire time that I did the experiment, I felt isolated, I felt uncomfortable, it was really awkward. And I think why I felt this most often is because while everyone else was laughing, it gave them a sense of community because they all knew that they were in the correct social setting, they were doing the correct norms, they were doing what they were supposed to do in the library, while me, I was breaking the norms, I was being different, which really made me feel like a loner. It made me feel a loss of community and it was really, really awkward to do. And then lastly, I would just say probably the biggest difficulty I had with doing the experiment was just getting the courage to actually do the experiment because it was really awkward having to walk up in front of everyone, start stretching, start doing the push-ups, doing the jumping jacks. So once I got over my fears of having to do it, there weren't many difficulties, but it was still super awkward.